Hey y'all, we are back with kind of an unexpected new game Monday, which we'll get into in a little bit. Um, a lot happened over the weekend. Uh, in well, I think it's going to be good overall. Um, but the keen item among you may have already noticed that we are not playing Jedi Survivor tonight, or probably at all anymore in the future. Um, and I'm gonna talk about it first in a spoiler-free way for those who are curious about picking up the game themselves and playing it, despite my misgivings of it, and then to really get into the meat of the why, and for those who are maybe worried about if they might have a similar misgiving, uh, will require going into some spoiler territory, but we'll very clearly demarcate that so that people who want to avoid story spoilers for Jedi Survivor can mute or duck out for a little bit while that's going on without missing what's to come instead. All right, I think that's all of that. Yeah. So everything seems to be working on this end. Good. Checking all of our technical stuff. Anytime I switch to a new game, I'm always worried about all of our tech just immediately breaking. But so far, so good. All right, so let's get into the. We'll start with the spoiler-free version. Uh, so I think I've talked about this on stream before, but I'll repeat myself because that's never stopped me before, and it shouldn't. It's not gonna stop me now. Ever since we did the Last of Us stream a few years ago, and it went bad live on camera, um, I've haven't streamed any game that I haven't either read ahead on or like played ahead on at least a little bit. And when I did that with Jedi Survivor, I ran into something that did me a concern in the story a little bit past where we ended our last stream. Um, and it was kind of, I guess I would compare it to like a yellow flag. It wasn't enough all by itself for me to put the game down, but it was enough to kind of start ringing alarm bells. So over this past weekend, I went ahead and finished Jedi Survivor because I would play a little bit more, get a little bit more story, and be like, oh, maybe this is going to be okay. And then another like yellow flag would occur, and I'm like, still concerned. So I kept just trying to get to the end of the line to see if this was a game that I wanted to continue with. And as you may have guessed, the answer is no. Um, Gameplay wise, it's fine.
New
All
game
the
Monday?
It is a new game. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of an unexpected new game Monday. Um, there were a lot of people who talked about like the PC port. None of that is a factor here. Remarkably, despite playing this on PC, worked fine on PC. At least for me, for whatever my setup is. All of my issues with it were what's largely with the game's writing, and to a much lesser degree with some of the actual like gameplay design, which there are worse games that we have absolutely played for sake of a decent story or charming characters. Uh,
But you missed on all of the above.
this one started with very charming characters and the same kind of story from Fallen Order, but it takes a turn just past where maybe about an hour or so past where we last ended our stream. Uh, and it never, in my opinion, never really quite recovers. So that's the gist of me talking about it without spoiling any of the particulars.
Or
Um,
or you could just like give folks a 30-second warning and go, yeah, spoilers here.
no, I'm
I
gonna
want to hear the tea.
I'm gonna do that now,
Oh, okay,
but
good,
I'm
good.
making sure that I'm very explicit about that. Because before we start spoiling things, I'm gonna put this little banner up here.
Oh, you have a banner
I've
now.
had this for a while.
It's
So thank you. I thought it's just a scrolling marquee, whatever. Um,
cute. It's retro.
for those of you who are watching this stream, as long as you see this up, I'm going to be talking about the particulars that are going to be kind of spoiling elements of the story coming in the future of Jedi Survivor that we won't be streaming. When this banner goes away, it'll be safe to unmute and mom back in. And if you're just listening to this and you're not seeing the spoiler, give me like 5-10 minutes, and we should be past any of the spoilers a bit. As I'm not gonna spend too much time ranting about this game because I don't want to just needle into it, but I do want to give particulars in case anybody else was looking at the game going, I might want to pick that up. I would rather y'all be prepared and making an informed decision. All right, so with that, spoiler banner thing is on the spoiler zone. We have entered the spoiler zone. Um, so let's talk about specifically
The rotten milk.
what it was that made me put Jedi Survivor down. So, not that far away from where we ended our last stream, you meet a character who's in what Star Wars calls a back to tank. It's basically just a life support tube, who is relying on a breathing apparatus and is missing an arm. And almost immediately after Cal gets him out of the tank, he takes his lightsaber, cracks the crystal in it to go all dark side mode, turns and goes into villain monologue. And that was the thing that kind of made a bit of a yellow flag for me, because anybody who has followed enough Star Wars knows that the series has a unfortunately long and unfortunate relationship when it comes to the parallels between visible disability and villainy. Darth Vader was a big part of that, but it has been a
Face it,
continued.
that was kind of a continuous thing in cinema
It was
forever.
in the late 70s. It did not stand apart, certainly within sci-fi, but that's not really an excuse, and it certainly is an excuse for the fact that because of Darth Vader's popularity as a character, Star Wars has refused to let go of making visibly disabled characters into villains through pretty much its entire run. It's hard to get through any two series without bumping into it. Now, to their credit, there are also plenty of characters who are good and or neutral who also have like visible prosthesis, and that's great. It's not enough to balance things with the amount of villains. And so this was the first thing that had me going, I don't love this. Let me play a little bit further. Is Strike 2 was a much lesser and more kind of on a personal vibe thing. Cal reconnects with Marin, the Night Sister from the first game, and immediately the two fall into kind of a default romantic pairing. That's just a case of kind of
That's lazy.
yeah, of not great writing. It could have been fine if they had done more to set it up. They did very little to set it up. I was annoyed personally for a variety of reasons, maybe mostly, and this is a deeply subjective thing. Um, that I had enjoyed a headcanon of Marin as Arrow Ace, but that's neither here nor there. It was mostly the fact that it was kind of shoehorning in the default expected hetero romance. They also gave her a Karen haircut. Again, not a big thing, but it was just the handling of Marin got worse from there. But it started off enough for me to go, yeah. Also, hey, Bob. But those two things on their own were enough to give me kind of a bad taste in the mouth, but not enough for me to stop playing the game outright. That happens much later. Here's the big spoiler. So the setup with Cal and Bode, that we were enjoying the chemistry that those two characters had, I genuinely didn't expect that was actually going to pay off in the two of them ending up ultimately being romantic. And I was right. But like I wasn't hanging my hopes on that. I was just going to kind of enjoy the fact that the two of them were bonding in a very Han and Luke way, and in a similar vibe that could lead to lots of shipping potential. The problem is Bode ends up betraying everyone in the 11th hour.
What?
Bode is also a secret Jedi and a member of the Empire's like secret police. So he's been secret Gestapo this whole time. And I'm sure the reveal of that was kind of done well and planned for shock value and whatnot, but it was definitely a shot to the solar plexus when I got to that point in the story. they then try to kind of defend it by, oh, but he cares about his daughter and he's doing all this as a because he's just a good papa, and it's
Yeah, the BT
not a
Big Dad
fan,
also cared about his daughter.
not a fan of how that one's written. Um, the thing that ultimately put the final nail in the coffin for me, in addition to the fact that almost everybody dies, but there's one death in particular that really stood apart for me with this game. Um, at the end of Fallen Order, the first game, there's this wonderful sequence where I call it wonderful because it was such like naked fan service, but I actually thought it was kind of fun in how it was handled, which is you're at the like Imperial base, the Inquisitorius compound or whatever, fighting Trilla, and then once you've won that fight, the sort of victory lap at the end of that is they have Darth Vader show up, and again, it's just fan service. It kind of, I guess, maybe makes sense, but it was he was 100% just there because he's a recognizable character, and the fight with him doesn't really matter. It's just the like that thing that happens in a Metroid game where you've beaten the final boss and now you got to run to escape the facility. He's the clock that's counting down essentially. So it was actually, like I said, I thought it was well handled. It was a well executed gimmick. Well, they bring him back in this game. Again, I'm not surprised. It's the naked fan servers. They're going to keep doing it. It's a Star Wars game. They're going to trot out the familiar faces. The problem is, this time out, he goes one on one with Seer Junda, which would be great, actually, like genuinely, because she's the one who saves Cal's ass from him in the first game, and arguably is the one who actually gets the better of him. And the fight itself is fine. It's not. It's fine. I'm not going to get into the mechanics of the fight. That's irrelevant. The problem is, even if you win the fight, you lose,
Ew.
which means Seer Junda dies. Puts up a hell of a fight. Great, yay. But it means that ultimately, almost every single person of color involved in this game ends up dead. Particularly all the black characters with speaking roles. And considering that Seer's death seems like it's done almost exclusively in order to stoke Cal's like emotional trauma is disgusting to me on multiple levels. And that was where I'm just like, I think I'm done with this game. I played it to the end just to see if there was anything that could justify that. In my opinion, there isn't. The finale and the showdown with Bo doesn't have an extra payoff or an extra layer to it. Um, it just feels like a step back from Fallen Order in every way, and there are enough big moments that left a bad taste in my mouth that I'm like, I don't want to stream this game anymore. So we're not gonna, and that's basically that's that on that. Because I decided a long time ago that I'm not gonna stream a game. I'm not gonna send good money after bad. That if a game turns sour or if I sour on a game, we're just gonna drop it. We're just gonna drop it because like y'all, I'm assuming probably wouldn't enjoy me being miserable for what is like another 15 hours of gameplay with that game. So yeah, so that's the end on that one. So yeah, let me go ahead and take this off. For anybody who is just listening to it, that is the end of the spoilers. But again, the summary gist is just that the story goes in a number of directions, and I kind of hate all of them. Um, so some of that is personal, some of that I think is broader than that. Um, and I looked at that and went, I don't think this game is worth playing to get through the story that is gonna make me miserable. So we're not gonna stream it anymore. And that's that on that. Also, hi Mox. All right, that took a little bit longer than usual because I just wanted to go into all the details again. For anybody else who was thinking about getting the game, I would rather you have the option to be forewarned about the same crap, because it's like a $70 game, and also it's a lot of hours of playtime to get to the bleh, that I found further on in. So if you listen to the VOD on the spoiler bit and listen to that and go, that does that has talked me out of it, then I've saved somebody a lot of money, and I'm happy about that. All right, think that's that on that. Now, on to new things. It's New Game Monday. Accidentally, wasn't intending on that, but here we are. Uh, it's a Jasmine. Yes, great job, Jasmine. That's your best angle. So we're gonna start on a game called Opus Rocket of Whispers, which is well, it's a sad game. Sorry, I know I have just a long library of these. I know you're all shocked. Me playing a sad game that deals with death a lot. Um, but here we are again. Imagine Ghost Song and they just took all the shooty bits out, and that's kind of where we're at. Hey, Bedroad. Uh, who's Opu and why do they have a rocket that whispers? it's it's like Ori and the Blind Forest. Opu's Rocket of Whispers. They're actually. I think this is the second of the Opus games. I don't know that they have any continuity with one another, but there's like The Day We Found Earth is the first one, Rocket of Whispers is the middle one, and then there's Echo of Star Song, which I've also played Echo of Star Song and love it. Love Echo of Star Song. This one's also very good. It's shorter, which is why I've chosen it instead of Echo of Star Song, because neither of them are voiced in English, so I'm sorry. Get ready for my voices again. There aren't that many characters though, so I won't have to keep track of that too much, which is nice. So yeah, all right. I think that's all of the that part. The important bit, the content warnings, which I talked around but didn't actually get to. This game's whole deal is about death and grief and mourning. So somehow even more so than Ghost Song, just to give you a metric and a bar, in case anybody
Which game is this?
this is Opus Rocket of Whispers. So, in case anybody needs to step away, totally understand, particularly the cause of many of the deaths around this game, or rather, I should say some background lore of what's happened in the setting of this game is a plague, which obviously, for a lot of us, may still be something of a sensitive issue. So just understand that there is regular reference to a pandemic that has happened or is happening. It's not super clear in this setting. One of the characters exhibits lots of the signs of depression, even if they don't. I don't actually know that they necessarily call it out for what it is, but if you're familiar with it, then you probably will recognize some of the exhibited behaviors and things like that. There's also a lot of themes of isolation, getting kind of stuck and alone, and things like that. And on a minor note, but still an important one to mention, there is some ableist language. It's mostly referring to using words like crazy and insane to talk about circumstances. That's, I think, the worst of it that I've seen. Other than that, it's not too much. Given your track record, you may want to check out Shardlight. That name sounds familiar. I will have to add that to my list. Um, so I will somewhere around here. I'll have it on the VOD. Don't worry about it. Uh, but yeah, Jasmine, are we all settled in?
No.
Hi there. Do you want to say hello to the stream? I don't know if y'all can see her, just very so slightly in the dark here. But there, I'll put the sea dragon right in front of you again. There. Yeah. Now she's hidden and no one can see her. She's completely invisible. Don't worry about it. Okay. I think that's all the stalling. Let's go ahead and speaking of stalling, we have a rocket to launch. That was a terrible segue, but here we are. And we're going to play some Opus Rocket of Whispers. Do, do, do. You have a cloud of smoke on your cat tree. Yeah. Yeah. But she's our cloud of smoke. Alright. Bloop. By this rocket, we return them to the cosmos. A history of space burials. Phelan, Witch of the 46th generation. Town of Malkuth, 29th space burial. Opening ceremony. Come on, Mom. The burial's about to start. There are a lot fewer people this year. I heard there's a flu going around. People are staying home. Boy, what a nice timeline that would be. Sorry, we're swinging for the fences already. Hurry up! I'm gonna get there first. John! Congrats on unintentionally beating New Game Thursday, even though the circumstances suck. Thank you. I didn't intend for it to end like this, but here we are. See that launch tower at the top? That's the Space Burial launch site. Thanks for the exposition. The factory's just on the other side of the fence. Dad says it prevents burial goers from wandering off. Burial goers is a hell of a thing. Plaza floor is covered in stone that's full of names carved into it. Alright. Some weird screen tearing. Give me 1 second. Nope. Oh. Well. Once we actually get into the game proper, we'll be able to go into the menu, maybe. Everyone likes to pray at the plaza, but it looks like they're moving to the launch site? Are those people over there the witch's followers? John! Jason! Whoa!
Jingleheimer Schmidt?
I told you not to go running around. Always just excited. Aren't you, John? The burial's about to start. Never seen a kid this excited about a burial. Except me when I was 8. It's a long story. He's not listening. Oh, relax, Matt. Mom, what are those people lined up for? Hang on just a moment. Let me double check here. Is that game very loud for y'all too, or just for me? Turn it down here just a moment, and then we'll see if... There we go. Go over them. They're following the witch. There are only 12 of them in the whole country. So it's rare that we get to see them in person. Good thing we dragged you out of bed, huh? I said I'd get up. What do witches do, Mom? They guide people back to the stars. Without them, we wouldn't have anyone to conduct the burials. That's so cool! I want to be a witch too. Ah, but only girls can be witches, sweetie. Oh. You could be a rocket engineer, like your dad. No! I don't want to be like Dad. Don't you like space burials, John? I love them! Well, without your father's rockets, we wouldn't have anything to launch the space burials. Don't you think that makes him pretty cool? Really? Then I want to make rockets too. Looks like you have an apprentice, Matt. You only ever listen to your mom, kid. I want to be a rocket engineer like Dad. Sounds good. You'll teach me, right, Dad? We'll go to space burials together. Silly boy. Then we can return people to the stars. And it all went just that happily. That was my last memory of space burials. From the Diary of John Mason. 25 years after the plague. Yay! It works, John! Not bad. Can't you sound more excited? This thing took me a month. How can I be? 25 years since the plague and our witch spends a month fixing walkie-talkies. No wonder Rocket 12 failed. There are all sorts of reasons for a failed launch, okay? It could be the rocket nose cone, or the rocket fins, or maybe it's because your brain cell messed up from being frozen for so long. Hey! Can't blame me for thinking you're a fake. Witch appearing after being frozen for 20 years sounds pretty bogus to me. I am a witch, of the 46th generation, trained by the Elder herself. Also, I wasn't frozen. I was put in cryogenic sleep. Yeah, whatever. John! Don't hang up on me. Hey, the thing hung up on its own. Whatever. Did you find the rocket? I checked the area. It should be close by. There are ghosts everywhere around here. You should be on the right track then. Why don't you try following them? If I had to choose, I'd rather not. You'll be fine. That's what you always say. I want to go home. All right. Isn't that what I'm trying to do? Stop haunting me already. Take us back. Where? The stars. Why isn't the rocket ready yet? Go ask the witch. How should I know? Please, John. Take us back. Go away! What is it, John? Tell me, is the next rocket going to work or not? Success is always our goal, John. And if we succeed, I'll never see these ghosts again, right? I've said it before. Purpose of space burials is to return them to the stars. You almost sound convincing. John, you promised to help me launch this rocket. Didn't your family build rockets? I never wanted to build rockets. I hate rockets and I hate space burials. John! If it weren't for these ghosts, I'd never help you. I think John might be an asshole. There are burn marks on the ground. Rocket should be close. I wanted to be a lumberjack. Bunch of ghosts. They find something. Oop. Ghost cluster. This is where Rocket 12 landed. Hey, Al. Turns out like his dad anyway. I mean, we are working on a rocket. By the look of it, one of the main body's screws came loose. No wonder it went so far off course. Who? Which? Not this again. Which, are we finally able to go home? Must have come from the rocket. Why did the rocket fail, witch? I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. Why? The rocket was supposed to take us back. Please go away. Are they gone yet? So, John is not a witch, but is still haunted. Found the remains, witch. Fantastic! What's wrong? You were almost chatty a minute ago. Why do they keep coming to me? I've told you. You don't need to worry. They can't follow you forever. What could they want from me? Trust me, John. I'll find a way to send them home. Ooh, and we have a little home button. Home time. Home time. The plague arrived without warning and destroyed everything we knew. Within a year, the population was reduced to fractions of a percent. In the face of such catastrophe, the witches, who were responsible for the nation's tradition of space burials, decided to put themselves in cryogenic sleep. They pray that once the plague has settled, they can return to rebuild their civilization and faith. They pray that when space burials can be held again, those who fell victim to the plague might finally rest among the stars. From Earthology, A Century of Trials. If it weren't for these ghosts, I would have spent that year in college. You don't have to let gender dictate the terms of your engagement with the things you enjoy. You could be a grumpy hard-ass witch. This is the thing. And actually, that's going to kind of be a theme. Just one of the things I like about this game. Are you listening, John? What? This is important history. You have to listen. Yeah, I know. And you, Phelan, one of the 12 witches, will bring hope to our miserable little world. I totally agree. Stop joking! It's the responsibility of every Earthologist to pass down our history. Is it that important? Are there even any Earthologists left after the plague? John!
Anyway, the rocket's in the storage room. Looks like a loose screw caused it to disintegrate midair. Well, we managed to reach 90 kilometers this time. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Eventually. What? I'm seeing them all the time now, Faye. They're everywhere. I can't avoid them. Well, this is probably the only remaining space burial operation in the world. What does that have to do with me? You're the only person they could follow if they want to go home, John. There's no one left. Quite the responsibility, right? The world is upon our shoulders. Is that supposed to be funny? Alright, well, we just need to keep working at it. If we're lucky, we might make it on our next launch. I've heard that 12 times already. Not counting on it. Hey, you promised to help me no matter how many times we fail. What? When did I say that? You don't want them bothering you, right? So, we're on the same team. Acknowledging the inherent hilarity in the phrase Earthologist. I'd probably go crazy first. You'll be fine, John. That's what you always say. Now we can click on stuff. I want to click on the thing. That's me clicking on John. I want to click on this thing. Test launch area. No running. Uh-huh. A broken monitor. The insides have been damaged by snow. Please stay behind the line. Okay, we got options here. We don't have many options here. Is this just on and off? It sure is. Alright, never mind. Anything else over here? Clickable animal? May the living find comfort, and the dead return in peace. What's over here? A small storage room. This is where John keeps all his tools and equipment. It's the same thing. Wow, there's so much to this place. Holy crap. Hang on. A large storage room. This is where we eat. Large storage room, the size of a small storage room. John's room. I hope he's keeping it tidy. Alright. Let's check to the left. The place where our factory produced rockets. Practically Faye's living room these days. Oh, hello. Place where our factory produced oh, the same thing, never mind. Two doors to the same place. Faye's room. I should probably stay out of it. Alright. Sleep time. Sleep time. Why are the windows at inconsistent altitudes? Great question. No idea. John, we want to go home. Why do you keep coming to me? John? Why? A dream. She's right. I have to help her launch this rocket. Aha. You're up early today. Had trouble sleeping. Well, the rocket engine has been busted for a while. Maybe you can help me out. I was hoping you showed some concern. Not sure why the engine would just decide to stop working. Anyway, I'm counting on you. Hang on, where do you think we'll find a spare engine? Isn't there a parking lot in this area? Easy for you to say. Come on, John. Alright, I'll see what I can find. If you're having trouble, just follow the ghosts. They'll know what the rocket needs. I love if you're having trouble, just follow the ghosts. That's very good. Unless you can shove literally all the ghosts in on the first trip, you gotta do it a bunch more times. Yeah. I'd rather not. Alright, let's see. What is Rocket 13 missing? Eh? The parking lot near the rocket factory. Keep this in mind. I love that keep this in mind is how we like set our objective for the day, which is just I just think that's neat. How well does ectoplasm compress? That's a I don't know. Alright. Hello, ghosts. Hey, listen! Why isn't the rocket ready? Oh. This will take 10 hours, apparently. And... Yep. We have an engine. Whoa. This electric engine took quite some time to dismantle. They better thank me for this. Bring this back. The witch needs this. Not just yet. Hang on, I want to go talk to this person. Hi, who are you? What's this? Post-plague report. Malkuth announces first space burial to be held since the plague. A big dream for such a small place. I feel compelled to stay and watch. Weyburn, 3 years post-plague. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Demon Dog. We're following the ghosts. Need a metal cutter, okay. Voices are gathering again. I used to play hide and seek here all the time. I get scolded for it. Alright. Supposed to come back in the morning. Let's go home. There we go. So if it gets dark and we're still out this bed, when did they start following me? Day and night into my dreams? Oh. Thanks to our new X-ray vision, we're now inside the warehouse. Engines in the storage room. That was fast. Did they help you out? Please spare me the jokes. Whoa! Oh dear. Did it get fried again? Should be this wire. Are you sure you're a witch? You look more like a mechanic to me. I can hear you. Before we stopped holding burials, witches showed up all dressed up fancy to pray, not fix engines in a factory. Go away! Just, they're like little fireflies. That's what you get for wisecracking. Being a witch requires a great degree of knowledge and skill, John. Think it's all about looking fancy, you should think again. So, yeah, I love that conventional wisdom is that, oh no, only girls can be witches, and yet, who's the one of them who's actually seeing and communing with the ghosts and who's building the rocket? 25 combined years of death if they took up basically any space, it'd be too much. I see what you're saying. That is a lot of them. Ghosts, that is. Besides, what's wrong with fixing a rocket engine? He deserves to be followed by ghosts. Whatever. What matters is getting this thing fixed. Otherwise, we'll be getting nowhere. Why does the engine always find some way to break? Only I paid more attention during my training back then. Time will it take? A while. It's gonna take a while, though. Why does it keep breaking? How can I build a rocket if I can't even fix a rocket engine? So much for being a witch. This child is a prodigy, a treasure of our time. She was born to be a witch. Poor girl, so young. How so? Her eyes look only at the cosmos, just like our forefathers. Here she comes. Will she look our way? The world needs her to guide us. Hey, quiet down. People are recording this. Will she see us? Shush. Faye, over here. Faye. Faye, guide us. Guide us, huh? What a joke. How can I guide all of you in a world like this when I can't even fix this stupid rocket engine? Maybe I should get some sleep. Yeah, too much expectation, exactly. Are you sure she's a prodigy? Might she just be CompuServe? Awful. Partnership with Lixer 33 Mine. Left to right, Opus Rocket Factory, Malkuth Town. Committee, Malkuth Mining Guild. Photograph by Paul Mason. Ah, alright. Rocket 13 Blueprints. Neat. Results for Rocket 12 were better than expected, adjusting goal to 100 kilometers. That's still working. 29th Space Burial Report. Attendees 963. Heavenly Earth, we are most honored to have prepared the rockets for this burial. Note, John disrupted the burial and nearly knocked over the witch, grounded for 3 days. Hetmis Daily. Riot spreads. Church bombed by terrorists. Tensions brought about by the plague has led to the church targeted as a scapegoat. Terrorists worldwide point to the church and declare all-out war. Neat. That seems fine. And we sleep. John! Hey, I'm trying to sleep here. Thought witches would be more considerate. The rocket fins are badly damaged. I need more materials for testing before we launch next one. Can't you leave this until tomorrow? Which means we need a lot of metal plates. Yeah, okay. And how am I supposed to find those? You make it sound like they're just lying around. Come on, John. Fine, alright, I'll figure something out. Just let me sleep. What is it now? Don't forget what you said last night. Alright already. As if I could forget. Alright, let's see. What is Rocket 13 missing? Fins. Tail vane. Wind turbines along the southeast of the Opus rocket factory. Row of broken turbines along the cliff may have some tail vanes I could use as rocket fins. Neat! Keep this in mind. Alright, that was... I pull up a map. It's just here, right? So it's telling me... that's that. Have this. Oh, nice. We have all our cutscenes. All the stuff that we've gathered. Right. Let's go in here and find out what this is all about. Take us back. Opus closure announcement. As of today, Opus rockets will be closed until further notice. Letters on the sign are all worn out and barely legible. These wind turbines were built along with the Opus rocket factory. None of them work anymore. Why isn't the rocket ready? What's that ahead? Looks like a wind turbine collapsed. This will take 8 hours. Faye, I'm next to a broken wind turbine. Can the tail vanes be used for rocket fins? Tail vanes? That sounds great! Can you grab a few? Grab a few, she says. It's gonna take a while, but I'll see what I can do. Hiya. Pins. It's enough for at least 2 rockets, though I hope we succeed sooner rather than later. Bring this back. The witch needs this. We've got a little bit of time before sundown. I want to at least, like, get some more map. Ooh, hello. Thank you. Soulstone. Made from meteorites of unknown origin, they emit a mysterious energy. The fuck is that? Hang on. Oh, I need different gear. Is it about to start? Who is it? What is this? Mr. Yen used to make all sorts of toys with these. He said people don't make good enough use of them. Aw. Okay, grab this. We have some saw blades. For cutting metals. Better not cut my hand or Faye will start nagging me again. Alright, yeah, we should get out of here because that took us past midnight. There we go. That's a Galaxy Dragon Ball. God, it really is. You know, it's nice having you help find the materials so I can focus on the rocket. We make a good team. Can't tell whether you're joking or not. I'm expressing my gratitude. It's been, what, 25 years since the plague? We need some positivity. Whatever. Positivity. Positivity. Go away. What's so funny? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But it was funny. You think being haunted by ghosts is funny? I really didn't mean anything by it, John. I see them too. Will the rocket ever work? I've said it before. By this rocket, we return them to the cosmos. I know. This is your responsibility. Yeah, so? But I'm not a witch. Am I cursed to be able to see them? I don't know. But I like to think of it as a blessing. Being able to see them during times like these. Even if they torture you every day? Even if they torture me every day. It's still better than being alone. It's only during times like this that you truly act like a witch. Eh? Oh, hello. Rocket 13 will aim for 100 kilometers. I'm really looking forward to launching it. And back. Time to do mechanic shit. Put the fins on the butt. Of all the rocket parts, the fins are my favorite. Simply looking at them sends my thoughts soaring off to faraway places. There they go. Excellent. Anything new to click on in here? What's this? Place for a factory. Oh, no, that's just the room. Nope, that's it. John, you over here somewhere? Where is John? John? Who knows where John is? Thank you, Bob. I guess John went to his room. May the living find comfort and the dead return in peace. I mean, I guess that's it, yeah? John. Who is it? The burial is about to start. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, rockets are the best. Who are you? What are you saying? Come over, John. You love watching these, don't you? I want to go home. Why did you leave us? Enough! Another dream. He needs them. What else is the rocket missing now? Right, Faye mentioned that we need materials for the rocket nose cone. Alright, let's see. What is Rocket 13 missing? The schnoz. Right, let's go for the furnace first. Ironworks at the foot of the hill. Alright. Let's go. Dee 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 dee. Dee dee dee. Doo doo doo. Oh, hang on. This was built to connect a New Malkuth mine to the east and Malkuth town center to the west. Alright, neat. Old Malkuth mine lies just behind these gates. Used to get scolded for sneaking in. People said the depletion of Elixir 33 here drove the mining business southeast to the new Malkuth mine. Don't know what that means. It sounds neat. Alright, all of this stuff requires us to saw things. Over here, John, the witch's materials. Cut them down. Alright, alright. If only I had a metal cutter, maybe I'll have to make one myself. Anything around here that I could use? Let me think. What else should I do? Hey, stranger! Got the materials from metal cutter. Metal cutter. I should head back. Back we go. Ooh, does John get to tinker? Through the power of my X-ray vision! So, how are the metal plates coming along, John? Hey, I made no promises. Huh. You know, this'll delay the launch, right? Why don't you worry about keeping those rockets in the air first? Not like digging up the whole town is going to prevent them from crashing. Ouch. Whatever, you're the one getting haunted by ghosts. Can't believe you're a witch. What? I'm just stating the facts. Alright, I'll figure something out. Go do your work. Counting on you. Go away. Aha, John gets to tinker. Hello? What is... That's a whole tent, John? What are these things? Why am I being ordered around all day? Whatever, just need something that can cut metal. I'll see what I can do. Aw. This will cut down softer metal scraps. Should keep Faye happy. Oh, nice. Okay. We already got the stuff that'll do it. Boing. Is this even gonna work? Guess I have no choice. That looks large. I guess that's it. Can we go... We haven't gotten you any new stuff. Oh, hang on. Are there things to click on in here? Yes, so we're building a rocket. There was a plague and a lot of people died. And now their ghosts are haunting John here, who, when he was little, wanted to be a witch. The witches are the ones who do the ceremony that sends the dead back up to the stars, but apparently they need a rocket. Don't know why. So we're trying to build a rocket that will successfully achieve escape velocity so that we can return all of the ghosts to the stars where they belong. So John is wondering why he's being haunted because he's not a witch, although he wanted to be one when he was little. His dad was a rocket engineer. Meanwhile, this is Faye. She is a witch. She was apparently cryogenically frozen, so she missed most of the plague thing that happened. And now the two of them are maybe some of the last survivors who are just trying to send the ghosts up into space so that they can, rest. Is the deal. That's the story so far. There's nothing to click on in here. John, your room is boring. Alright, so there it is. I guess the worm in the sun is lazy or something. It's amazing to me how many parallels there are. When I started playing Ghost Song and we got to Sayman's like sudden and miraculous info dump about the Gorna, the worm god in the sun that eats the souls of the dead or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is just Rocket of Whispers again, but way gooier. I'm the one getting haunted by ghosts. As if a witch would say that. Are they really going to disappear once we launch the rocket? When did I start seeing them? Never saw them when I was a kid. Should get some sleep. Early day tomorrow. If witches are haunted and John is haunted, how does that not mean John is a witch? Great question, Bad Road. I would actually say that it kind of suggests he is. Right, as Mock said, arbitrary gender restrictions. This is Uncle Paul, apparently, who looks like a slightly more human Wario. Thank you, Bob. John! Uncle Paul! Everyone in town is heading south. We have to go now. Open the door. No, I'm staying here. Your parents aren't coming back, and it's getting too cold here. I don't care. What are you going to do here alone? You'll starve. Mom and Dad taught me how to take care of myself. I'll be fine. No, you won't. Yes, I will. What am I supposed to tell them when they come looking for you? You don't have to tell them anything. They said they'd come back. Open the door! Please. Open that door. I've told you, they're not coming back. They're already... I can't hear you! Uncle Paul. It's alright, John. It's alright. I'm John. It's alright. Faye. Where is she? Right. Working in the factory. Why do I keep having these dreams lately? This metal cutter should get us some metal if I use it carefully. Alright, let's see. What is Rocket 13 missing? We're going for nose cone. Boop. Let's go. Oh, hello. John, it's me, Roger. Please, help me finish this model rocket. I promised him. Roger from the logging field? What promise? I promised to build a model rocket for my son, but got sick before I could fit the outer shell. Please, help me, John. You find a small rocket on the ground as the ghost disappears. In commemoration of the 29th space burial for my son Jason. An unfinished model rocket made of wood. I want to go back. Take us back. Just filthy with ghosts, this place. Seems like a big cluster. John, it's me, from the rocket processing plant. How did the first post-plague burial go? Wish I had the chance to be there to see it. Dad couldn't find the parts, so it was cancelled. The ghost seemed shocked. That can't be true. Mr. Mason would never give up so easily. John, don't go. You're joking, right? What would your factory do without space burials? We'll show him proof of the closing of the factory. Because we found it in a shed. You pull out the closure notice. No way. Even our last hope. The ghost slowly fades away, leaving a letter on the ground. Matthew, old friend, I'm afraid my condition is getting worse. I'm sorry for not being able to help. I'll look back at the rockets we built with fond memories. May the first post-plague burial be a success. So a colleague of John's dad, apparently. Right, so somewhere in here. Ooh, hello. A bunch of stuff. Metal scraps. Never can have too many of these when you're trying to build a rocket. That's, you know what? That's well said. And let's get some more of them. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh, there we go. Everything we needed was in one place. A cooling furnace. Are these just going to become more and more personal until his parents are going, get in the hangar and build the rocket, Shinji? How do we always manage to convert this junk into rocket parts? No wonder we keep failing. Can Faye really do this? Bring this back. The witch needs this. Every time you've got all of your objectives, you get a ghost that gives you that message. In my head, all I ever hear is is it the mummy from Courage the Cowardly Dog, who is like, "Return the slab." Haha, I got you. You're it, John. Remember, we're only allowed to hide in the old mine. That voice sounds familiar. All right, I'll give you a hint. I'm in the Three Chimney Factory at the bottom of the hill. The ghost vanishes before you can react. Oh, I got some more Dragon Balls. Okay, that's rough snow. Yep. Nope, we're going to turn back. Decide to turn back as your feet start getting cold and numb. Oof. Ah, get out. Actually, let's just go through here. Ooh, got it. And I can open these up now. Ha 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 ha. Ramses. Man, we have so much metal scrap. We're going to go through it fast, I bet. If they're giving us this much right away. Ooh, hello, friend. 2:30 in the afternoon? We still got time. Just keep gathering. Three chimney building at the bottom of the hill. Oop, 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 oop. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, wait. Wow, you found me! I'm always so good at this. Ready for another round? You're Tim from Malkuth? Tee-hee! Let's make it harder this time. I'm in the fenced-off area, full of transformers. The ghost disappears again. Another Dragon Ball. I think we already passed the... Yeah, here we go. Fenced-off area full of transformers. Whoop, up, 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 up. In we go. Gotcha! Wow, I've lost. How do you always win? May you return in peace, Tim. Wow, like big robots. Right, exactly. Transformers. I had a good time. Don't forget your promise to send me off on one of your dad's rockets. The ghost disappears, leaving a postcard on the ground. John, how are you? My mom said that I'll be riding one of your dad's rockets to the stars. The rocket is going to be full of people, so I won't feel lonely. Oof. Well, at least we have another Dragon Ball. And some more electronic parts, I guess. There we go. Alright, we're getting on towards nighttime. Yep, let's go ahead and head back. Through the power of my X-ray vision! Rocket pins are done, John. Want to come have a look? Not in the mood. I'm fine. Just doing some cleaning. There are so many names on this steel. Stella? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm gonna go with steel. They're all people who worked in this factory. Many decided to leave their names here before they left. Why here? After the burial stopped, the church suggested that we leave our names here. Even if we can't go back to the stars, with this, we'll at least return to our hometown. Thought you would have known, Witch. Sorry, this probably happened after I went into hibernation. It's fine. What game does this look like? The top-down horror game. Was it Darkwood? Is that the one you're thinking of? Something like that. There was another one that was, yeah, that had like... Would you care for some help from a witch? Help with what? Nothing to be done here. There's always something a witch can help with. So, the next game in the series, and they're not really direct sequels, they're just kind of loosely tied together. Echo of Star Song also has a lot of lovely little like vocalized singing moments, and they're just haunting and lovely. May the living find comfort and the dead return in peace. Heavenly earth, may we reunite among the stars. You didn't have to do that. Our rocket will make it, John. Yeah, I know. You should. There are lots of folks waiting for this rocket besides you, you know. I hope I'm not just an afterthought in your big list of people to save. Of course not. I just want to make things better. Alright, new room, time to click on stuff. Rations planner sheet. Oofa doofa. 15 kilograms of wheat. 10 years worth of beans. Well, that'll help. 60 kilograms of salt. 5 kilograms of cheese. Alright, that's, you know. Depending on the size of the population that was here. Oral vaccine 603. This drug is for vaccination only. Hoarding and reselling is prohibited and punishable by law. Those infected must cease ingestion and report to local church immediately. That's a stool. Oh, this is the thing. Memorial Stella? I'm gonna go with Stella. In memory of those who worked at Opus, may you return to the cosmos in peace. And then just a list of names. Ah, but notably, John's parents, both listed as unknown. 29th Space Burial After Party. Heavenly Earth, you are our pride. Some grape soda on the counter here. For supply drop, checklist, food items. Dried nuts, potatoes, canned fruit, preserved meat, peppers, cheese, eggs, bacon, cereal. At first we were worried there wouldn't be enough food, but people left faster than we could eat the supplies. That's the same thing, okay. Chair. Back when there were many people working here, I rarely got a seat during mealtime. Huh. Carvings. John's chair, do not touch. Shelf full of scavenged wares. Neat. Ooh, this is cool. Second post-plague charity concert. Hetma City Council, Earth Symphony Orchestra. Overture of the Voyagers, Dawn of the Earth. Nice. Factory TV schedule. Any disagreement should be taken to Paul. Uncle Paul is your best friend. Earthology Morning Prayers, John's Bizarro Cartoons, Post-Plague Survivalist, Sarah's Drama Time. Amazing. The satellite signal stopped 2 years after the plague. We got a big rock. Who doesn't love a big rock? Alright, so now that we have all that stuff, so now you can do a build on the nose cone. We make the thing. We make the thing. Hooray. This is just tail, huh? I mean, kinda, yeah. Honestly, there's so much about this game I love. I'm disappointed with Jedi Survivor as I went into in the pre-roll, but like this might be a blessing in disguise. It's like we're missing something. All right, so this is a bunch of stuff that we haven't learned how to make yet or even what it is yet. All right, I think that's all we can do. We'll find out the next thing to build in the morning. What else does the rocket need? Better go through it tomorrow. You could wind so much string around that bad boy. Nice. Very good. Very good. I have a hard time trusting anything Disney. Yeah. Yeah, and I had the thought going into it, and I should have trusted my instincts, it turns out. But yeah, it's you know, but it's okay. But now we're on to this, and it's much better. Well, launching that rocket really made things better. 2 out of 4 main components for Rocket 13 are done. What else is needed? This thing. Ooh, we need a shell. Past the wired fence blocking the path up north atop the space burial launch site. Might be some old rockets at the launch site, but I need a way to pass through the fence. Alright, neat. Before we do that, there's this thing right here. I sure can. Alright. Road north, huh? There's an ID behind the windshield in this car. Was it from someone who worked at our factory? Break it and unlock the... It's... Who is gonna mind? Break it and unlock the car. Only find nothing of value, you take the ID if said. Ah, we lose time. Ah, ha, ha. Yes, so in the first, like, 10 minutes or so of the VOD, for those who are curious, I did first a spoiler-free and then a spoiler-full explanation of why we stopped with Survivor. So if anybody else was looking at it and you're curious if my reasons for not playing it will line up with your reasons for not playing it, feel free to check that out. And the spoiler bits will be clearly demarcated, so you can skip over those if you don't want to deal with that. Alexis, truck driver. Opus Rocket Factory. Some numbers are written with a marker on the back. What do they mean? That took a while. That wasn't too bad. Like half an hour. No problem. Some more scrap. Some more scrap. Ignore the ghosts. Flashlight, huh? Okay, never mind. Don't have that yet. Path should lead to the space burial launch site. It's barely recognizable now, though. Nope, can't go there. Once we get the boots, that opens up a lot of areas. Extra Dragon Ball. What else should I do? Can I make boots? Aha! Boots! Inspection post to the west of the launch site. Alright. That's just here, yeah? Hurry up, or we won't make it to the launch. Just stay out of the heavy stuff. Aha! Whatever that is. Whatever that is. And now here. Boots! Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Hetmus waterproof snow boots. Female, size 20. Heavenly Earth, these are nearly big enough for me. With some adjustments, I should be able to wear them just fine. There's a lot, and I don't know how much of it is intentional, but between the, like, initially established gender roles where, like, oh, but only girls can be witches, and the sense that, like, it's John's dad who's the space engineer, and yet when we pick up with these characters, John is the one communing with the ghosts, and Faye is the one actually building the rocket. Between that and things like the fact that the boots are specifically listed as, like, women's size 20 or whatever, there's a lot of low-key trans narrative behind so much of this game. And like I said, I don't know that it's intentional, but I'm claiming it anyway, and they can't stop me. These materials, I can put something back together in the factory. This prevented people from wandering into the factories during space burials. It's been abandoned since. It's only noon. We got plenty of time to just sort of go explore. Is the space burial about to start? So excited. Oh, here's the Memorial Plaza from the beginning. We got a... What is this? Plumbob? Earthstone. Ceremonial item from the church, given to newborns on their day of birth. Hey there. That's heavy snow. We won't be able to walk through that yet. Okay. Well, once we get these boots, then we can pretty much go anywhere, which is neat. Ooh, hello. Wait, no, come back. Hello? Although it did not succeed, I have nothing but respect for their efforts to bring us hope in times like these. Wayburn. 4 years post-plague. Oop, can I fall down this? No, okay. Nope. Alright, that's the end of that road. Up. Just very gently avoid the deep snow. I said avoid the deep snow, John. And back in we go. It's already 4 o'clock, so we probably won't be able to get much more done. We opened up something over here. Let's just see how far we can get. I do like that you can teleport home from anywhere, so like you're kind of encouraged to go exploring because you never have to worry about getting stranded. You don't have to worry about, you know, oh, do I have enough time to get back? Right, I need boots to get through that. Well, shucks. Doesn't look like that's as much as we're going to get done today. Yep, alright. Pine. Back we go. You keep commenting on what time it is in the game, and I keep reflexively glancing at my clock with the beginning of a what the? Sorry. Number of women I know, both cis and trans, who wear shoes that are too tight is depressing. God, no kidding. Stranger also mentioned Darkwood. Yeah. Except literally anything has happened. Space Burial launch site? Why are you going there? Why so surprised, witch? What a weird way to phrase that, John. Well, you're clearly not a fan of space burials, so there must be some other reason. Thanks for your concern. The snow up there is really deep, so I'll need my snow gear. Thankfully, I found that old pair of snow boots. That'll help me reach the top. Ah, a new toy to try out. A toy that will help me get your rocket shell. Should be one around that launch site. Huh. What? Just be careful. There are wolves out there. Worried? A little. Well, thanks. John? Yeah? Thank you. Please come back soon. And now, we craft. Crafting. It's this. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Snow gear. Oh, it's cute. Before the weather regulator stopped working, snow gear only appeared in school plays. Now I can't go anywhere without them. Alright, we don't have the parts yet, so that's all we can do. Sleepy time. I should prepare for tomorrow's trip. Alright, let's see. What is the thing missing? This thing. This thing. Keep this in mind. To the north! This will probably be our last thing we get done tonight. A toy. Who does she think she is? She wouldn't be building a thing if it weren't for these toys. And she goes around expecting people to just help her. 2 years ago. Get out! I mean no harm. Don't come near me. Please, Step away. Please just listen. Is this a rocket factory? I saw the sign. What do you want? It's been out of operation for 10 years. But the facilities still work, right? Is there anything left? How should I know? Just step back. Earthologist. What? I'm a witch from the Earthologist Church. Stop lying. No one's launched a rocket in 10 years. What can a witch do now? You... You can see them, right? I've been watching. In the graveyard. You talk alone, but not to yourself. Normally, only a witch can... I won't miss again. You're troubled, aren't you? What do you want from me? Please, help me. I know you can see them. Nonsense. I want to help them return to the stars. It's been a while. The last witch from the Northern Church of Earthology. Coming all the way down just for a space burial. Crazy. That way needs a flashlight. We can go this way now. Yep. Hooray! Zoom. Ooh! Stuff! I love stuff. Welcome to the 29th Space Burial Ceremony. All Malka souvenirs on sale! Come on down. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Oh, this seems important. It's dark. You might be eaten by a grue. Okay. Oh, don't have a flashlight. Okay. I feel like that's going to be our next thing. Ah, here's the altar. Okay. More stuff. Transport. For the folks who drove, there's a parking lot to the south of Kuiper Road, Section 1. As for everyone else who walked, please feel free to rest at the community center. I see big clusters of ghosts over here. Usually a good sign. Hey, who do you think is this year's witch will be? Old man? Still no idea where I should go. Maybe I should call Faye for some clues. Alright, so I can do this. I've had it. Is there any other way? I'll try asking the ghost for help, but don't expect too much. Wandering ghosts who wish to return, I, Fei Lin, humbly ask for your aid. John, the burial is not yet ready. Promise us that you'll return us home. We will help you. Oh, hello. Oh, neat. It's finally about to launch. What an honor for our town to be hosting the space burial this year. And so we followed the objective marker. We walked right past it. John, you're almost there. Okay, so we have to go tag the ghost. And it will lead us. Whoop. History of space burials in Malkuth. With its third space burial this year, Malkuth is well known as a rocket town, particularly for the rocket factory OPUS. Hi, everyone. Tag the friend. It's just up ahead. Got it. Okay. I was still stuck on a dialogue thing. Whee! John? Oh no, John. Oh no, John. We're stuck. Oh no. Shucks. This is good lore writing, by which I mean I absolutely hate what it implies about the world. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, I think we're... Oh no. Yep, we're stuck. Well, that's a first. I haven't seen it do that before. Like, it's still interacting. It's just, I think because we found an item and that whipped us into our inventory while the ghost was talking to us, it locked us out of interactions. Oh no. Well, let's see if we can get back into this lickety-split and go get this thing. Wee wow. It's so loud. Headphones recommended. Alright, now why aren't you capturing anymore? Come back here. Huh? OPUS. What's going on, bud? Okay, so that starts us all the way back out here. And the game capture is still blank. One moment, please. And we'll just get rid of you for a second. And we'll bring you out here. Aha! Wait. Eh? Okay, good enough. There, we did it. Every time I see the name of this game, I think of Bloom County. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. We saw all this. Let's see if we can get back to where we were and finish up. Yeah. Imagine all this, but now at 5 times speed. Yeah, looks like we cannot skip through it. We have to just go very fast. Yada. There. Okay. Now, back to where we were. We went this way. Put our cold weather gear on. No. This. Alright, so this time. Let's just kind of yada there. We'll just head the direction we were already going. Zoop, plop. Grab those. Grab those. That takes a flashlight. Back down. Burial altar. Okay. This looks important. There's so much stuff around here, which I guess is all just lore. Right, this is the transport notice. Go this way. We're talking about the witch. Okay. This is the thing that messed us up last time. Eh? Okay. Through all the ghosts. I can't see! Hey, you're blocking my view. I can't see the rocket. More scrap metal while we're here. Nope. Hey, we got the nose. We did it. Test launch rocket, built by Opus Rocket Factory. Past somehow keeps finding ways to haunt me. Yeah, because this was his dad's factory. I'm near the launch site. I found an old test rocket from our factory still lying here. Heavenly Earth. Thank goodness for the Opus Rocket Factory. Shouldn't you be thanking me? Anyway, you have your rocket shell now. See you when I get back. Didn't expect to dig up old memories like this. And back we go. Only one part left, John. And it's all thanks to you. Yeah. Maybe you could come help me clean this up then. Sure. Then we'll have more space for the rocket parts. Not everyone's a rocket junkie like you. Hey, space burials are sacred. These are things from town I picked up over the years. Thought I should preserve what I can. Preserve? The ghosts sometimes ask me to help fix things, okay? You're a kind person, you know that? Don't get me wrong, I'm just hoping to get rid of some voices in my head. We all have our reasons. I'm just trying to get rid of the voices. You do make me worried, though. Alright. Ooh. Artifacts. Bong. Ah! It's alright. I'll help you. Gonna fix the rocket? Ooh! This is what the Dragon Balls are for. Nom, 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 nom. In commemoration of the yada yada for my son Jason. Okay, cool. We built it. We finished the rocket. And we found a thing. John H4, first rocket ever. Aww. And let's build this thing and go to sleep, and then we're all set. Make the button. Pachonk. Hooray. Last part. If I spend a little more time on this tonight, the rocket should be ready tomorrow. Don't worry, everyone. I'll send you all back soon. Alright. And with that, she's still working on the rocket. The noise. I make her worried. As if she cares. Alright, and that's where we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. That's where we're going to go ahead and call it a night on Opus Rocket of Whispers for now. We'll be back with more of this on Thursday. This is a fairly short game. I don't think we'll finish it on Thursday, but we'll... This might lead to a new game Thursday down the road. That's a problem for another time. For now, though, we're slightly over time, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Stranger, how are the lines looking on y'all's end? Because if so, we'll toss a raid your way for some Arcane Spirits, the New Challengers, or whatever it is that you're up to tonight. I'll wait on chat to catch up on that. But yeah, so not good enough, unfortunately. That's fair. I mean, it sucks, but like, I understand making the call. So yeah, no raid tonight then. Thank you all so much again. Have a wonderful week ahead, and be sure to check out our full stream team schedule at schedule.truck.community. That has a list of who's streaming what, when, at what channels, on what days, at what times. Boy, I got all my prepositions just mangled up in there. But you know how the schedule works. It'll tell you the what, when, the who, the where. Not the why. We're still working on that. How? No one really cares. The point is that that has a whole bunch of streams throughout the week. Looking forward to seeing what else folks get up to in between. And then, like I said, we'll be back with more of this on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see if John can stop being such an irascible butthead. So he's got trauma, I get it. But, like, he's still being a butthead. Don't worry, he gets a little better. All right, I think that's everything on that. Yeah, that's the end of my outro. Thank you all so much. Have a great week, and I will hope to see you next time. Good night.